you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary.
So we're about ready to go. Stepping in with the gold pants and the brown jerseys will be post 19 leadoff hitter. This is Camden Osborne. And Camden will step in there as the leadoff batter here in the top of the first inning. After a big victory over Webster day before yesterday, a game that was 17-2 in favor of Redfield and was ceased after a rather short period of time. Camden will step in there, and he is batting in that top spot and steps in there, and he will be the leadoff hitter, and the leadoff hitter, Camden, batting 286. So taking their positions at the third base coach's spot is the head coach for post 92, Tommy Gregg, and over at first base in his standard spot will be Brent Osborne. Umpires just not coming out, so we'll have a little bit of a pause here and before things get underway. Checking the infield for Groton post 39. At third base, Cogley. Shortstop, Rublingenhoff. At second base, Simon. At first base will be Althoff. Behind the plate, Cade Larson. On the mound, Dylan Ablin. And then we'll check left, center, and right. First pitch is a called strike to Camden. So we're underway here. I mentioned that the temperature at game time, 82 degrees with a 64% humidity. It feels a little bit stickier than that. Swung on and hit to right center field. Does Osborne on the second pitch, and getting over to grab it and get it back in is Tate Larson, the right fielder. So a runner on to start things off here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Owen Osborne. Checking Camden, 4-on-4 on stolen bases, and we'll keep an eye out on him and see what he's going to do. On the mound, Ablin is a right-hander, and of course, Owen is a lefty. Long, hard look at first base with Camden, fairly decent leadoff there. First pitch down low to the second baseman for post 92. Checking the outfield, 330 down each line. Estimated 380 straight away, so that put the gaps at about 355 in right center and left center. Runner, hit and run, right back out to the second baseman, whose only play was over to first base as Simon gets the out, 4-3. But on the hit and run, Osborne goes over to second base, and post 92 has a runner in scoring position here as only the third batter of the game coming up. Peyton playing shortstop today. Checking the outfield for Groton, it is Kettering in left, Marzon in center, and as I mentioned, Tate Larson in right. Tate has squeezed a little bit over to his right towards center field in the right field position, and a little bit deep in left field is Kettering. First pitch drops just below the knees for a ball. So Osborne, a single, and on a hit and run goes over to second base, got a good jump on it, and therefore the second baseman Simon had no other play than to go to first base. At the set comes the plate. Osborne takes off and throws down to third, and he's in there sliding. So a stolen base for Mr. Osborne. And checking the count here, 1 ball and 1 strike to Peyton, who's at the plate. So 8 for 8 on stolen bases, check that. 4 for 5, 5 for 5 on stolen bases for Osborne. Next pitch misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. To make things a little bit easier here, they have a pitch count set up out there. So this is the 8th pitch of the inning. Down and away. And Ablin will go to a 3-1 count. Runner on third base, a base hit. A hit and run got him to second, and a stolen base to third. Ablin at the set. Third baseman Cogley kind of sneaking in on it, and the ball misses for a walk. That'll be the first walk given up by Ablin. So walk and a base hit, and runner on third. And that'll bring up Keaton Rolfs. Keaton will be on the mound today for post 92. Runners on first and third. It is Peyton that is 7 for 7 on the year in stolen bases right now, so they'll keep an eye on him. Takes off to second. And the pitch is a ball. Easton Miller is the on-deck hitter. Runners now on second and third. Keaton Rolfs up to bat. 1 ball and no strikes. To the plate. Outside corner called strike, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. We're on the top of the first inning. Runners on second and third right now. Wrapped right back at the shortstop. The shortstop looks the runner at second back, but does not look the runner at third back. The out 6-3 is at first base, and that will be a run batted in for Keaton Rolfs, and brings Camden Osborne around from third for the first run of the game. Second out of the inning, and of course Peyton moving over to third on the plate to get Rolfs at first base. Easton Miller steps in right now. Easton on the year batting .273 from the right side against the right-hander Ablin. Swung, lifted high to center field, drifting back for it is Barzon, and it goes over his head. And hustling into second base is going to be a double for Easton Miller. Wake up! Second run coming in, and an RBI for Miller as he drives home the second run of the inning. Still 2 outs, a runner on second base, and this will be Eric Salmon stepping in there. Eric missed the last game, but he is batting .333 on the 3 previous games. To the plate, wrapped right out towards the second baseman. Simon over and scoops it up, gets the out at first base, but not before a couple of runs come across, as that ends the top of the first inning. Redfield 2, and Groton coming up to bat. We'll be right back. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
For the baseball game between Post 39, the local team Groton, and Post 92 from Redfield, South Dakota. And we will have the bottom of the inning here with Redfield scoring 2 on the top of the first. There's 2-0. nothing with Groton coming to bat. They'll send up Henry, Simon, and Althoff as the top three. Pearson playing left field, Simon is at second base, and Althoff at first. All three batters over the 300 mark. Althoff with a robust 500, and he is in the third spot in the lineup. So warm-up pitches still finishing up here at a little infield practice on the first inning. It was Ablin with 15 pitches, giving up the 2 runs. And we will go with Pete Wall starting things off here in the bottom. Kettering will start things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Stepping in from the right side, Waltz right-handed. In the Muskrat season, Waltz collected a couple of victories there in the 15-1 season for the Muskrats. So this is essentially the second season for this group of young men. And Waltz comes to the plate. First pitch, misses the ball. Checking the infield in just a second here for Redfield, as the next pitch is about ready to head that way. Right on the knees for a called strike, 1-1. We have Solomon at third, Peyton Osborne at short, brother Owen over at second base, and Seth Seabright is on first base. Next pitch, same place, called strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seabright at first, as I mentioned, behind the plate will be Elijah Morissette, and we'll check the outfield after this next pitch. Rolf's on the mound, walks and throws. Curveball misses outside, and will square the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Checking the outfield, Nolan Gall in left, Camden Osborne in center, and Easton Miller in right. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and grounded to Solomon at third. Throw over to first, high, and Seabright off the bag once again, and once again tags the runner as he goes by. As Seabright has done that about 4 times in the last 2 games. So an outstanding athletic effort by Seth Seabright at first base, and the out is recorded 5-3. First out of the bottom of the first inning, and Cole Simon comes up there. He's batting .308 on the season. First pitch swinging, can't find it, and it's a strike, 0-1. Outfield for post 92, pretty much straight away. On the mound, Rolfs to the plate. Down low, nice job by Morissette to keep the ball in front of him. He's caught a couple of games back there for post 92 and has really done a fine job of keeping the ball in front of him and not letting runners advance. Not that situation right now. High hopper to Solomon at third. The throw over to first base, and we have a second consecutive 5-3 out, second out of the inning. And Braden Althoff, who steps in there with a very fine .500 batting average through 5 games. Check that, through 7 games of the season for Groton. Althoff, the first baseman, with 1-4 in his back. And Rolfs to the plate. High fastball swung on, and Brandon didn't catch up with it, 0-1. Lazy flag in center field, blowing from left corner to the right corner. High clouds. This one swung on and blasted right back at Rolfs, in kind of a excuse me, save my chin kind of grab. He grabbed it and gets the out at first, 3 up and 3 down. And at the end of 1 full inning of play, it is Redfield 2 and Groton nothing. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons,
White to white and blue to white, and sometimes it's a little hard to track down. So from the left side, Seth Seabright will look at the right-handed slants of Dylan Ablin for the top of the second inning, and we're set to go. Swung on his first pitch and misses for a strike. Seabright stepping in there, still struggling just a bit, 182 on the season. 0-1 pitch as Ablin takes a long look in and comes back with a pitch. Just misses low or inside, one or the other. We're down the third baseline, so it's a little hard to get a perspective inside and outside, high and low. That was right at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on, hit out towards the second baseman. Nice backhanded grab by Cole Simon, and he gets it over to first. And the second baseman has been busy. He had 2 assists in the first inning, and now the first out here in the top of the second inning gives him 3 assists on the game already. So he's been a regular vacuum cleaner over there and gets the first out on the top of the second. Elijah Morissette comes in, and Morissette also struggling just a bit at the plate with a 143 batting average, 1 for 7. Morissette from the right side. First pitch to him was a ball. Second one swung on and misses it. And that will run the count to 1-1.
Start this quick.
Ablin right back up on the mound, ready to go. Adjusts the ball in his mitt and comes to the plate.
Good pitch.
Fastball must have been outside just a bit because it's a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Nolan Gall, the on-deck hitter, 1 out here on the top of the second and nobody on. Ablin to the plate, high for a ball. Dylan going 3-1 for the second time. He went 3-1 to Peyton Osborne and wound up losing him to a walk. So 3 balls and 1 strike and the pitch coming. Down and away, so another 3-1 walk, putting a runner on first base with 1 out, and Nolan Gall stepping in. Nolan batting an even 200, 2 for 10 on the season. The last game, a 7-2 lapper in favor of post 92, as we will have a pinch runner coming in there.
Got 1.
Pickup number 32, that is, last name is Flea. That's an excellent lead off of first base. And a little slow in getting back, and they say he's safe going back in. The throw to first was a good one, right on the spot. And Flea, with a good body length and a step off, was a little slow to react to it. Gets back out to about that same lead, and I would suspect he's going to watch it a little bit more. First pitch on a fake bunt by Gall is a called strike.
Jack right there.
Gall squared around. He likes to drag bunt down the third baseline, but this time he pulled it back, and with that knowledge, Jackson Coughlin, the third baseman for Groton, comes in about 3 or 4 steps on the infield grass. Gall swinging away, fouls it straight back, 0-2 on the count. Gall, the left-hander, the right-hander, Ablin, up on the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Grubby.
Runner on first, one out here in the top of the second inning, with post 92 leading it 2-0.
Good pitch. Come on.
Well, the pitch was high and low looking okay, but it must have been inside or outside. Like I mentioned, we're down the third baseline, and we only have one perspective here. No strike on that. 1 ball and 2 strikes, however, against Nolan Gall.
1 out.
Next pitch, hit out towards Simon at second base once again, and he goes to first and gets the out on a double play, and that will end the inning. 3 up and 3 down on the double play of pitcher's dream, and that ends the inning and a half with Redfield continuing to lead 2-0 and Groton on the way up. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Keaton Walsh out on the mound for his second inning of work. 3 up and 3 down the last inning. And pretty much the same way as Tate Larson, the second baseman. Check that, Cole Simon, the second baseman for Groton. The third baseman for post 92 has been busy. He had 2 put-out assists in the first inning. To the plate, swung on, down to Eric. Eric goes to his left. Nice play to his left side and picks up the ball and throws the runner out. That is his 3rd assist. And we're going to check here and see how many Simon has on the game. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 assists. So it's a battle of second baseman and third baseman as things have moved along here. The first out in the bottom of the second inning, and Dylan Ablin with his 133 batting average stepping in there. First pitch to him inside for a ball. In baseball jargon, they talk about that being a squeezed strike zone. But if nothing else, it has been consistent. Next pitch down low, and 2 balls and no strikes. So you have the difference between a liberal strike zone and a squeezed one in the jargon. This one, hopper down to Solomon. Solomon throws it over to first base, and that is another putout for Eric Solomon. And he now takes the lead in the battle between second baseman Simon for Groton and third baseman Solomon for post 92, as both of them now have 4 assists on the game. Pretty unusual that you would have that many assists this early for any one position. That'll bring up Cade Larson. Larson batting at 231. Sorry, we switched microphones here and then I forgot about the microphone. My apologies to our folks from Groton. We are simulcasting this with the video feed from Groton. Next pitch is swung on and pounded at the plate. It's a fair ball and they throw over to first base. Well, let's see, did they call it fair or foul? Not a very demonstrative situation, but in fact, the umpire called it a fair ball, and the out goes from Morissette, the catcher, to the first baseman, Seabright, and that will end the second inning. And we will be back in 1 minute. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Back to Redfield, and then doing the audio on the video feed from Groton. And my apologies to Groton folks, I forgot all about that. We grabbed the other microphone, so we'll get our act together here and have things going for you. Ablin with 27 pitches on his 2 innings of work and 2 runs in. No strikeouts, a couple of walks, and a couple of hits. First batter will be Camden Osborne. First pitch swinging, lifts it to shallow center field. Center fielder coming on and grabs the ball for the out. An outstanding play by the center fielder Marzon, as he had one heck of a distance to go to be able to get that soft fly ball that was out of reach of both shortstop and second base. But under those circumstances, you definitely want to have your center fielder taking over and calling it, because it's in front of him. And if the second baseman or the shortstop are going out for it, then it's going to be a situation where they are going away from the play while the center fielder is coming in. First pitch to Owen Osborne, who grounded out to the second baseman Simon in the first inning, was a called strike. 0-1, and Groton pitch this time drops in there, and Owen takes it for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Third baseman Cogley has moved up on the infield grass. Shortstop Grublinghoff is in fairly short there, as is the second baseman Simon. Second pitch, third pitch rather, a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. At the set, down low, swung on, hit to the right of the first baseman and through to right field. A nice effort by Althoff, but he couldn't quite get it as the ball took a little extra high hop as it went in his direction and headed between second and first into right field. And we have a 1-out base runner for Redfield in the top of the 3rd inning. Peyton Osborne, who walked, stole second and then moved over on an infield out to third and came in to score on the RBI double hit by Easton Miller. So runner on first. Keep an eye on Owen over there. Gets back, has a decent leadoff. Not enough to have to go sliding back in head first, which is something you'd like to see your runner at first base pressuring the offense, or rather the defense, that way. Once again, he's out with a fairly decent lead. Takes another half step out as Altman comes to the set, comes to the plate. Strike outside corner, called 1. No balls and 1 strike. We have 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Cogley has now moved back off the grass at third base. Grublinghoff has, well, he's a little bit deeper than you might expect with a double play opportunity. Throw to first, and Owen is just barely back. He's stepping back in. You don't want him to do that, because that gives the first baseman a big area to be able to swipe at and hit you on the way back. You need to be going down and in. Owen off again. 2 for 2 on the season in stolen bases. Takes another half step off. Abel taking a long look at him and then comes to the plate. Ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Increasing cloudiness here. Temperature was 82 at game time, and with the humidity felt a little bit warmer than that. But clouds beginning to move in. They are talking about some shower activity, but later tonight. Owen bouncing around back there. Abel taking a long look at him. Move to first. Oh, wow, that was close. This time, Owen went back in, head first, just barely got his hand back in there. First baseman Althoff thought he had it, and it looked awfully close from even up here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Owen's still messing around out there. You better not be jumping just at the time the throw goes that way. High pop up on the infield. Calling it is the second baseman, and that is going to be Cole Simon with another involvement in an out here. Peyton a little upset at himself, tossed his bat aside and walked off.
Keep the ball on
Second
the
out
floor.
of the inning, and we'll go to Keaton Walsh, who got an RBI infield out. So this would be a time that you might want to have your runner going because of the opportunity to be in scoring position.
Yeah!
Well, Owen was out there kind of dancing around, and he left his feet just at the instant that the pitcher whirled and threw it to first base, and Owen got tagged out, and that will be the end of the inning. After 2.5 innings of play, it is Redfield on the board with 2, and post 39 from Groton, nothing. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Jackson Cogley, the third baseman. Brian Groton is the shortstop. He'll be up in the second spot. And Evan Nails will be the extra hitter batting in the 9th position. So a very busy day for the second baseman for Groton, and that is Simon, and also a very busy day for the third baseman for Redfield. Eric Solomon. First pitch swung on and missed as Coughlin steps in there, batting .250 on the season. He'll be followed by Gruglinghoff, who is at .364, and then Nails back at .182. Down 1 for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Keaton Rolf's on the mound. Third inning of work.
That's an eagle, boy!
Away nothing. Next pitch.
Good eye!
Misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nolan Gall in left field, a little bit deep for the right-handed hitter. 1-1 pitch, swung on, hit out toward shortstop. Peyton Osborne over. Nice job going far to his left and rifles that ball over to Seabright at first base for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. Did I say second inning? I lied to you. You gotta watch me every step. And here I've forgotten to pick up this microphone. Oh my. Sorry about that, Groton. Okay, the eighth hitter in the lineup here was Ryan Grublinghoff, and he is the shortstop. First time up for him here in the third inning. Rolfs comes to the plate. Curveball drops in there for a strike. First pitch strike in.
Come on, Ryan.
Keaton looking in, taking a long time. Now
After
he
you go,
comes to the plate. Swung on and went down low. No balls in, 2 strikes. Right fielder Miller is fairly shallow in right field. Camden Osborne in center pretty much straight away. And Nolan Gall in left playing a little bit deep. Comes to the plate. Swung on, and that'll be the first strikeout for Mr. Rolfs. 1 strikeout on the game so far, no walks. And he is retired. 8 batters in a row, and Evan Nails will come up there. He is the extra hitter, which means he's not in a defensive position. You can bat up to 11, as I understand it, in the American Legion here.
Hey, boy.
First pitch to him is a ball.
1-2, you go, bud.
1 ball and no strikes to the third hitter in the lineup, or in this inning. Late swing, misses it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Behind it.
9th batter to step in against Keith Rolfs, and all 8 previous batters have gone down. Another little bit of a late swing, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, from a pitching standpoint, when you have a batter swinging behind your fastball, you do not want to come in with a changeup or a curve, so we'll see what he throws this time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Throws that fastball once again and gets him on a strikeout. 2 outs in a row on the strikeout route, and that strikeout ends the inning. We are through 3 full innings of play, and it is post 92-2 and post 39-0. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your
6, that was Rolfs, who was at the plate when Osborne got picked off for the third out of the top of the third inning. Rolfs will be followed by Miller and Solomon. Ablin continues with his 4th inning out on the mound. Gave up 2 runs in the first, but nothing since then. Double play helped him out in the second. First pitch appears to be just a taste low. And the ball to Keaton Rolfs, who got an RBI infield out in the first inning, 6-3. Miller followed with an RBI double. Wraps it hard. Center field drops down, getting over to pick it up, arms out, and getting back into the infield. And that'll be a base hit for Rolfs, and the 4th hit given up by Ablin in the ball game to this point. So Rolfs on first with a base hit, the 4th hit given up by Ablin in the ball game, and we'll check and see Miller. Miller got a double and an RBI when he came up in the first inning. Rolfs with a decent lead off of first base. Pitch misses out in the way for a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes.
Go,
Our
Billy!
big hitter is Eric Solomon, who's been very busy with assists at third base defensively for Redfield. Solomon back in. He's about maybe 6 inches in front of the back of the batter's box. Next pitch swung on, fouled off, and the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. As I mentioned, clouds are increasing just a bit here in Groton. There was a lot of blue around the clouds when we started things off. Ablin taking a look at first base. Now comes the plate. Swung on and hit out to left field. And dropped in for a base hit. And the runner only goes to second base. That Rolfs holds up there. Frankly, you don't want to have your pitcher doing a lot of extra running. And with 2 base hits here, putting runners on first and second in the top of the 3rd inning, and nobody out, that's hit number 5 given up by Ablin. That'll bring up Eric Solomon to the plate. He grounded out to the second baseman Simon, one of several assists that he's had already in this game. First baseman Althoff is not holding the runner on first base, but now Grublinghoff at shortstop will move over and stand there for a second. First pitch to Solomon is a breaking pitch for a called strike. Generally, with a right-handed hitter, you want to have your second baseman harassing the runner at second base, but they're not playing it that way as the shortstop is over there near the bag. Long look at second base. Now comes to the plate, swung on and fouled off, and Solomon finds himself in the hole. 0-2. Marzon, after that ball dumped in front of him in center field, has taken a couple more steps in closer towards the infield. The left fielder, Kettering, swung over to the line with the right-handed hitter, and the right fielder, Tate Larson, has a lot of room to his left to the first base side foul line. To the plate. High fastball swung on and doesn't catch up with it, so it's the first out of here, the top of the 4th inning, and the first strikeout from Ablin in the ball game. So strikeout number 1 versus a couple of walks, and to this point 5 hits given up. 2 runs came across in the 1st inning, and this is the first time he's been in trouble here since that time. To the plate. High and away for the left-handed Seabright.
Go back in, forward.
Seabright, the first baseman for post 92, was one of the several groundouts to the second baseman Simon. So he steps in there and he is 0 for 1. Drops his 182 batting average down just a skosh. At the plate, the left-hander. Runners moving. To third, he's safe. And a follow-up to first base from second base is Easton Miller. And so a stolen base there. 2 of them.
Jack, you're up. Grab up.
Pitch was high for a ball, which makes it very difficult for a catcher to get up and get it. Also a little surprised that you would send a runner from second to third with a left-handed hitter up there, because the catcher then has a full view of what's going on. 3-0 on the next pitch. Runners on second and third. Third base is Rolfs, or the runner thereof. No, it is Rolfs out there. And a 4-pitch walk given up, and that will load the bases.
You guys, double play. Go. Get a grounder here, Dill.
So Miller credited with a stolen base, but he would have been shoved over to second anyway. Conlon comes to the infield grass, as does the first baseman, Althoff. Shortstop and second going for the double play, and the first pitch is a ball. That's the 5th ball in a row thrown by Ablin with bases loaded, and 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Next pitch swung on between third and short. The shortstop, Grublinghoff, does an outstanding job of knocking that ball down and keeping it in the infield, and thus preventing a run. But it is an RBI single for Morissette. That will score Rolfs. Moving over to third now is Easton Miller. To second base is Seabright. And that will bring up Nolan Gall. The base is still jammed. First and third in on the grass. Second and short, looking for that double play, and quite frankly, an outstanding defensive play by Grublenhoff as he held that ball in the infield and obviously prevented a second run to come in. So 1 run in here, Redfield 9-0, check that, 3-0. Pitch to the plate.
Riley, 1 out.
Is high for a ball. So Abelin struggling just a little bit to find the plate. A 4-pitch walk to Seabright, a 2nd pitch base hit to Morissette, and now he's behind 2-0 to Gall. Gall right at the letters for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gall hit into a double play that ended the scoring threat in the 2nd inning. Double play started by Simon. He's been a busy boy at second base. Swung on, fouled straight back, and the count will even up at 2-2. We've got 1 out with the bases loaded. We're in the top of the 4th inning with 1 run in. And Nolan Gall at the plate with a 2-2 count on him. As I mentioned, first and third for Groton on the grass. High for a ball, and it's away from the catcher, but there's no advance there. And the count will go to 3-2. Cade Larson had to get up high to get that ball. It came off the top of his glove, but the fact that he got his glove on the ball kept it in his neighborhood, and the runner on third base, that being Easton Miller, did not take off for the plate. The left-handed hitting Gall looks at a 3-2, fouled off. So pitch number 7 will be coming Nolan's way.
Nice one.
To this point, Abelin with 55 pitches, a little bit more than you'd like to have your starter through 4 and the 3rd innings, or actually 3 and the 3rd. Gall standing at the plate, 3-2. Swung on and hit left center field. On his horse is the center fielder, but it drops in front of him. 1 run will score, a 2nd one will score, and in with a stand-up double is Nolan Gall. So 2 RBIs for Nolan Gall, and that will up our score to 5-0. And we're going to have a little conference on the mound. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
For a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Elijah Morissette, actually somebody running for Elijah because he is the catcher here. Generally with your pitchers and your catchers, you get somebody in there to run. So running is Riley Flea. First game he has participated in here. And the 2nd pitch is a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Coughlin on the infield grass. Ball slides away, but Flea decides not to move up on it. And the 3-ball count here to Camden Osborne, the leadoff hitter in the game, but he is 7th hitter in this inning. At the set, 3-0. Abelin throwing. Outside corner, called strike. Good place to put that ball in case the batter is thinking about going 3-0. First base is open, so you don't generally want to give in to a hitter under any circumstances with a base open. 3 balls and 1 strike. Misses inside for a ball. And that will be a walk and load him up, and it will be the 3rd walk given up by Ablin here in the ball game. Post 92 everywhere on the bases right now. They're loaded, and Owen Osborne got a base hit and then got picked off at first base. That was in the 3rd inning. In the 1st inning, he grounded out. First pitch to him is down and in for a ball. As Ablin struggling just a bit to get that first pitch strike in. The only first pitch strike that he's gotten in this inning was against Eric Solomon, and he wound up striking him out. That's how important that first pitch strike is. 1 ball and no strikes. High for a ball. For the 4th time in this inning now, Ablin has been behind 2 balls and no strikes, and that is not an enviable position to be in. Taking a long look into the catcher, Larson. Pitch, curveball, catches the top letters, and a called strike. 2 balls and a strike. First base and 3rd base defensively in on the grass. 2nd and short, hoping to turn 2 with 1 out here. And it's high for a ball.
Go get him!
3 balls and 1 strike. Ablin got out of the inning in the 2nd with a 4-6-3 double play, so he would love to see that happen here. 3-1. Owen slaps it down to first. Steps on the bag, then throws home. Should have gone the other way around. The ball gets past the catcher, and Nolan will score. So 2 scores on that play, an infield out. So Owen Osborne unassisted out to first base for the 2nd out of the inning. His throw to home was late and got away. So on the infield out, we will call an RBI for Owen Osborne on the infield out. But then the throw from the first baseman got away with from the catcher, and that allowed Nolan Gall to come all the way around.
Come on, no strikes, here we go.
So 2 more across here, and we go to Peyton Osborne. He is going to be the 9th hitter in this inning with 2 outs now. And the pitch is a ball. Owen walked in the 1st inning, popped out to the 2nd base check. Yeah, the 2nd baseman Simon in the 4th inning. That would be in the 3rd, of course. Now we're in the 4th. Breaking pitch down and away. Called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Take corner, that a boy!
Out the set to the plate, slowed on and slapped just out of the outstretched fingertips of Rumlingham at shortstop, and they hustle over to the hit that went to left center field. Don't get over there quickly enough, and the runner, Peyton Osborne, goes into 2nd base with a double. So now we're going to go to Keith Rawls, who led things off. We have a conference out the mound, and we will be back in 1 minute. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's
to the mound. And we'll check to see if there are any other defensive replacements. And Rolfs will come up for his second time in this inning. He got a base hit to lead things off here in the fourth inning. We've got 5 across so far. Peyton out at second base. So on the hit to the outfield, Camden Osborne came all the way around and scored. So we've got 6 across here in the inning. And an 8-0 situation here with Redfield on the lead by a score of 8-0, and we're on the top of the fourth inning. So Dunker will come out and try to get things going here. Kate Waltz is the batter. We have a couple of outs in the inning with Peyton Osborne with his, well, I guess you can only give him 2 RBI because the third run that came in was in on an error. So 2 RBIs for Peyton Osborne, and Dunker, first pitch, down low for a ball. Now we're scheduled for 2 today, and I'm not exactly sure whether Seth Erickson was trying to hold Dunker back for a second game or not, but the second pitch swung on, lifted high to left field, hustled over as Marzon, and he trapped it in left center, and that will be the final out of this, the top of the fourth inning, but not before 6 came across, and after 3.5 innings of play, it is post 92 for Redfield, 8, and the post 39 from Groton coming up to bat. They have nothing on the day so far. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Trailing by 8 runs here, the Groton gang will bring up Marzon, who made a nice play in left center field to collect that final out of the inning. Then we'll go to the top of the order to Kettering and Simon. So far, 9 batters have come up and 9 have gone down. Rolfs has struck out 2, has not walked any, and third baseman Eric Solomon has quite a few assists on the ball game to this point. He's got 4 through 3 innings of play. And that will bring up Andrew Marzon, the center fielder. Steps in there batting .250, wears a 1-7 on his back and looks at the first pitch. First pitch swinging, a 1-hopper out to Owen Osborne at second base. And boy, I tell you, Marzon can fly on a ball that should have been out by a long distance. He got there real quick and made it a really close play. And that ball was on one bounce to Osborne. So I suspect here that Marzon must have wheels. If he can get on, maybe he can steal a base or 2, but that's not the case this time out. Pierce Kettering will come up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He grounded out to Solomon in the 1st inning, and this will be his second trip to the plate with Keaton Rolfs throwing the first pitch down low. He gets through Morissette, who is the catcher today, but no harm, no foul, because nobody's on base right now. White fluffy clouds moving up from the southwest, going northeast. Next pitch swung on, a hopper to Solomon, gets it on the short hop, and quickly gets it over to first base for the out, the second out of the inning here. As Solomon has been extremely busy. That's his 5th assist.
I don't know what to do.
And that will bring up Cole Simon, who has been equally busy on the other defensive side of things, as he also has 5 assists to this point. First pitch to him, a ball. Next pitch misses, and we have a 2-ball and no strike count. Ross quickly back. Fastball swung on. A little bit behind it. Cole started off the game batting .308, and as mentioned, ground out in the first inning. So that average has dipped a little bit. This one swung on, pounded at the plate, and then rolls foul to the right side. So after taking off for first base for the ball fouled at the plate, Cole Simon will come back, and Eric Solomon will go back to his third base spot, and we'll try it all over again with the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couple of outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rolfs rocks and throws, comes to the plate, fouled off to the right side, so we'll go to the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Right fielder Miller is playing fairly shallow in right field. Pretty much normal depth for Camden Osborne in center, and Nolan Gall, who seems to like to play a little bit deeper. And this time it probably pays off as he rots up to the foul side of the left field line, but doesn't catch up with the ball. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Simon saving his at-bat with 3 fouled off in a row. 2-2 count. Just low and inside, 3-2. So Simon making Rolfs work for it here as the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. This one swung on, hit the left field side, and Gall has a bead on it. Catches it about 4 steps into foul territory, but that will end the inning. And after 4 full innings of play, it is Redfield post 92 with 8, and Groton yet to score. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Well, after 4 full innings of play, our line score is Redfield 8-6-0. That's 8 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And for Groton, they have no runs on no hits, and they've committed 3 errors. So Steve Wells pitching a gem right now. And a new pitcher on the mound as of a relief spot last inning will be Colby Dunker. Dunker will face Easton Miller, followed by Eric Solomon and then Seabright.
Hey, you're right around.
Pitch
You're right
is
around.
ball.
Here we go.
Next pitch, high and away for another ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Frankly, being behind by an 8-0 count, you just need to throw strikes. And he gets one in there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield, Coughlin, Grublington Hoff at short, Over at second, Simon. Ball swung on, hit out to center field. Marzon has a line on it and grabs it going to his left. Nice job by Andrew Marzon, the center fielder for Groton, and the first out here in the top of the fifth inning. And that will bring up Eric Salmon. Salmon 0 for 2 on the day.
Come on, Rick.
Swung on and popped up on the infield. Third baseman Coughlin comes over and grabs it, so Mr. Jackson gets it. Jackson Coughlin. Big high pop-up swinging on the first pitch, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. That will bring up Seth Seabright. Seabright walked in one of his 2 times at bat, so he is 0 for 1 here, and stands at the plate with a 167 batting average. A couple of outs here in the top of the fifth inning, and nobody on. Seabright looks at one around shoulder high for a ball. Elijah Morissette, the catcher for post 72, is in the on-deck circle. He got an RBI single his last time up in a big 6-run fourth inning that post 92 hit by a score of 8-0, and we're in the top of the fifth. Checking on some equipment situations with the catcher Kate Larson for Groton. And Duncan does the intelligent thing and starts playing a little bit of catch with his shortstop there to keep loose. Had a partly cloudy sky to start things off at 82 degrees at our 2 o'clock first pitch. And now we would probably consider this mostly cloudy. Clouds coming up from the southwest. And the forecaster is talking about some rain later tonight here. We have 2 scheduled here. And we'll check on the conversation about whether we have a second game or not. Still attending to Kate Larson and his equipment situation. Looks like maybe the glove had a broken string on it or something like that. Of course, it's not a string, it is cowhide. And every now and then it gets worn through as Larson's catcher's glove looks like it's seen an inning or 2 somewhere along the line. So I think we're all set as Seth Erickson, the manager for Groton, after assisting out there, coming back to the dugout, and we will get ready to go. Seabright saw 1 pitch, it was a ball, and this time the second pitch inside for a second ball, 2-0. Seth walked on 4 consecutive pitches to Ablin in the 4th inning, and looks at a third ball, shoulder high, 3 balls and no strikes. A couple of outs, as I mentioned, here in the top of the 5th inning.
Groton on the short end of an 8-0 count, and another 4-pitch walk for Mr. Seabright going down to first base, and that will bring up Elijah Morissette. Morissette on the day walked and got a base hit, so he steps in there batting .250 on the season, as the catcher for Redfield will come up there after taking some equipment off. Generally, if your catcher with 2 outs is the on-deck hitter, he'll leave shin guards on, so it won't take him quite so long to get suited up to come into the game. This pitch down low, and a nice job by Cade Larson to keep the ball somewhat in front of him. It rolled off to the right side, but not far enough to give Seabright an opportunity to take second base. Also leading 8-0, you probably don't want to risk injuries. Seabright going, though, and this one hits Morissette in the left knee, and hit by a pitch, and Morissette will go down to first base, and that will send Seabright over to second. Nolan Gall will come up, a 2 RBI double that resulted in 3 runs, and let's see, Weller will come in to pinch run for the catcher for Redfield, which is fairly consistent. Your pitcher and catcher you don't want to have out. And as a matter of fact, there is a statistic in Major League Baseball that if your pitcher in the National League is sitting on the bench too long and then has to come out. Drag bunt, Gall down, good job. Pitcher over to get it, throws it away. So on a base hit and an error, and that will send 2 runs across, and Gall will stay at second base. Going to give Gall a base hit because, quite frankly, the opportunity to have gotten him at first base was kind of slim. But to second base, an error will be charged against Dunker, the pitcher, and that will send both Seabright and Morissette around, as they were off and running when Gall turned around to square it away. So 2 more runs in, 10 now. High fly ball, right field. Getting over to grab it is Tate Larson, and 1 out too late will be an out against Camden Osborne, but 2 across come across here in the top of the 5th inning, and with 2 across, the score is 10-0, and if Groton does not score in the bottom of the 5th, that will call it for the first game. You're listening to Pheasants, or check that, Post 92 Baseball on KQKD 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Dylan Ablin, the starting pitcher, well, I guess we're going to have Dunker in that position, but we'll watch and see. First pitch swinging is Althoff and fouls it down the third base side. Keaton Rolfe, still on the mound, has yet to go past the regular number of batters that would come up through 4 innings, that being 12. This is the 13th batter that he's faced, and the pitch is down low for 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning. Meat of the order here for Groton, 3, 4, and 5, as Rolfs rocks and comes to the plate, 1-1. Pop up, but it will get out of play as Morissette goes back over and takes a look at it. So it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Easton Miller in right, fairly short. Standard position for Camden Osborne in center. And Gall likes to play a little bit deep. That's where he is in left field. This one reaching, pop up on the infield, and it's being called by Seth Seabright, and he gathers it in for the pop out, first out in the bottom of the 5th inning. That will bring up Tate Larson. This is only his 2nd appearance, and he grounded out to Eric Salmon at third base in the 2nd inning for the first out of that inning. Tate Larson up. Right-hander to right-hander. First pitch swinging, fouls it off behind the plate on the right side. Infield for Post 92, Salmon at third, Peyton Osborne at short, Owen at second, and Seth Seabright is at first base. Morissette behind the plate, reaching out and slaps it into center field, and that'll be the first base hit off of Keaton Rolfs here in the ball game. So the perfect game is gone and the no-hitter is gone. So now he'll be working on holding out the shutout. And the pinch hitter in here, well, this is Ablin stepping up. So apparently they have left him in the offensive lineup at least. Rolfs to the plate, called strike. Ablin grounded out to third base in the second inning, the second out of that inning. Lead off at first base, decent lead off, doesn't go anywhere. Next pitch is fouled off, 0-2. Somewhat unusual for baseball, and verbal command sent out, and the players have a hand card. They do that a lot in football, but haven't seen much of it in baseball. Very fine lead by Larson at first base. Ross might be wise to take a look over there. He takes a look, comes to the plate. This one slapped out to Owen Osborne. Osborne to second base, and the out is recorded, but in the exchange of the ball from the glove to the hand, Peyton Osborne drops the ball. So on first base is Ablin with a fielder's choice. So a 4-6 out at second base is the second out of the inning. And coming up will be Cade Larson, the catcher. Comes into the game batting .231 and was out from catcher to first base in his first at-bat. That was in the second inning. Find a little fault, frankly, there with the home plate umpire. Did not make a definitive statement about whether the ball was fair or foul. Everybody kind of stood around until Morissette, the catcher for Redfield, got out, picked it up, and threw it to first base. And Larson had not even started to go down. Well, I guess he took a couple of 3 steps, waiting to hear something. Now, I suppose you ought to go from the standpoint, unless you hear the word foul, then you take off hard. But I think at this level, you need to let them know. Next pitch misses for a ball. And for the first time in the game, Keaton Rolfs is behind 3-0. Does not have another pitch count that went to 3. He's at 52 pitches in the game to this point. And let's see, a 4-pitch walk. So now runners on first and second, albeit 2 outs. So a runner in scoring position, as stepping up will be Jackson Cogley. He is the third baseman. We're going to have a runner coming out here for Larson, who is the catcher. So this is typical. And Ringlingberg will be out there, Logan, and running. And he has a giant leadoff at first base because he's not being held against by Seabright. First pitch, high for a ball. So the 5th pitch in a row that has been a ball for Rolfs, and at 54 pitches, maybe tiring just a bit. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rolfs comes to the plate, swung on, and pop foul to the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Ablin is at second base. That is the first time in the game that a runner has gotten as far as second. As a matter of fact, Keaton Rolfs had a perfect game through the first batter here of the 5th inning, but now has a runner at first and second. 2 outs, however. Pitch down low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. If Groton scores, we'll go to the 6th inning. If they do not, this will end it. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch just misses outside. And mentioned earlier that it appears that this umpire has a very restricted strike zone, although it's very hard to tell that completely from being down the third base side. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch swung on and lifted high to right field, but Miller is drifting back about 5 or 6 steps and gathers it in, and that will be the end of the ball game. And the final score is 10-0 in favor of Post 92. We'll let you know if there's going to be a second game. I think there will be. We'll be back in a minute and a half with a quick wrap-up of the first game. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's
Well, it looks like we are going to go two, so we'll take about a 20-minute break here. But first off, mention that the final score on the first game of this doubleheader is Redfield Post 92, 10 runs on 9 hits and no errors. And then looking at the line score for Groton Post 39, they had no runs on 1 hit, didn't get that 1 hit until the 5th inning, as Keaton Rolfs had a perfect game through 5 1/3 innings. The second batter that he faced in the 5th inning got a base hit, and he was erased at second base on a ground out there. And then the runner that got on a fielder's choice, Ablin, got over to second, and that was as far as a Groton runner has gotten in this baseball game. Checking on the offensive side for Redfield, started off with 2 runs in the top of the first inning. A base hit by Camden Osborne. He went to second on a ground out by Owen, and then stole third and came home on a base hit or an infield out by Keaton Rolfs, and that was followed by a Easton Miller a 1 RBI double, and they were ahead by a score of 2-0 there in the first inning. Redfield was shut out for the second and third inning, but in the 4th inning they plated 6 runs. Had 9 batters come to the plate. Take that back, 10 batters come to the plate during that one, in which they got 5 hits and a couple of RBI doubles and things like that, and they kind of put it away in the 4th inning. They came back in the 5th inning and got 2 in the top of the inning, and that's where things ended up. Final score, the mercy rule, 10 runs for Redfield and nothing for Groton. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second game of this doubleheader. Thank you very much for being there on behalf of our producer-engineer, Ray Dunn, and also the engineer here in Groton, Axel Warrington. That's how we got things going here for the play-by-play on the Groton Network. So thanks to everybody involved. This is Alan Scott, and we'll be back for game number 2 in about 15 minutes. This is KQ 1380.
are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Top of the first inning, and it'll be the standard Camden, Osborne, Peyton routine. And then Keaton, Easton, and Eric, Seth, Elijah, Nolan, and Kevin Willow will be the extra hitters, giving him an opportunity to get up and bat. So Camden Osborne on the mound. Owen will be at second base, and Peyton at shortstop. And they will be the top three hitters here in the inning. Camden stepping in there. He went 1 for 3 in that first game. First pitch to him is a short hop ball and a ball. So Camden standing in there batting .286. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Check the infield as soon as we can. Just got the starting lineups here as they were ready to go. Next pitch is a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dylan Ablin is at third base. Next pitch, a short hopper again. Misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. At shortstop, moving over from third base in the first game, Jackson Cogley, as the left-hander Althoff, first pitch swinging deep, left field, back to get it, and just grabs it just before it disappears over his glove is the left fielder Colby Dunker. Dunker finished up on the mound for Groton in the last game, and so a fly out, albeit not particularly pretty. He caught up with it, and that will be the first out of the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Owen Osborne. He too was 1 for 3 in that first game. And the left-hander stands up there and looks at a called strike against the left-handed pitcher, Althoff. Third baseman, Abelin, in on the grass. Next pitch looks like it missed outside. And we go 1 ball and 1 strike. Althoff back. Throws the next one, misses a little bit high to the diminutive second baseman for post 92 Redfield. Well, the sky has cleared up a little bit here. We had pretty much a heavy cloud cover there for a while. First pitch at 2 o'clock was 82 degrees. I suspect it's a little bit higher than that. Next pitch swung on and hit right down to the first baseman. Tate Larson coming in from right field to play first base and gets the unassisted put out at first base with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Peyton Osborne. Peyton 1 for 2 in that first game. Steps in there batting .545. On the early part of the season, as batting averages go crazy in the first part of the season, you could go 1 for 2 and bat .500 and go 0 for 2 and all of a sudden you're batting .250. To the plate. Bounces one in there again. So Althoff having a hard time getting that first pitch strike in. Missed it on all 3 of the batters that he's faced, but it hasn't harmed him in any way. A fly out to left field and an unassisted put out to first base. Curveball, swung on, lifted, shallow left field. Back for it is the shortstop, and he reaches up and grabs a hold of it. And the put out by Jackson Coughlin will end the inning. Nothing across with Groton coming up. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
Win for Redfield. They won it 10-0, and now they only gave up 1 hit. They're on the mound right now. It's Camden Osborne. This is his first opportunity in the American Legion season. A couple of victories in the Muskrat season, and he stands in there, and he will be facing the first 3 batters in the order: Ketterington, Simon, and Althoff. And only 1 hit recorded in that first game, so you can just assume that everybody was over coming up for Groton. The only base hit that was turned in there by Tate Larson, who was in right field, and he has moved over to first base. So when Tate comes up, we'll go. First pitch strike by Camden. As Kettering is behind the plate this time out. Next pitch, breaking pitch, rides high for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Check that, 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on and fouled off to the right side. 1 and 2.
Get on it. Come on, Bud. You got this.
To the plate. Curveball reaching out and punching it into shallow left field. Somebody needs to call it. Peyton Osborne out at shortstop and grabs it for the out. Went a long way to pick that one up. So fly ball to Peyton in shallow left field. Left fielder ball came in and was in the neighborhood, but Kate Osborne got there first. So one out here in the bottom of the first inning, nothing across in the top of the inning for Redfield. And Cole Simon, who was busy out at second base in that first game, recorded 5 assists. And sometimes you don't even do that in the whole game. He did that in the first 3 innings. To the plate, Osborne misses, and the count will go to 2-0. Simon is at second base, which he was in the first game. Ball hit left field, drifting back for it is Gall, grabs it, and that will be the second out of the inning. So 2 consecutive outs to the left fielder, Nolan Gall, and that will bring up the pitcher, Braden Althoff. Braden was at first base in that first game. So Althoff on the mound. Simon Cole at second base. We have a couple outs in the bottom of the inning. Ground ball to the right of Osborne. Long throw across, and he gets him just by a quarter of a step. Nice play by Kate Osborne from shortstop to get the 6-3 out. And in the inning, 3 up and 3 down. After 1 full inning of play, nothing across. You're listening to Redfield Post 92 Baseball, KQKD 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
There's nothing across for either team. And for Redfield, we'll see 4, 5, and 6. In the 4th spot is Keaton Ross. Easton Miller is batting in the 5th spot, and Eric Solomon in the 6th spot. Ross is in center field. Easton Miller in his standard right field position. And Eric Solomon at his standard third base spot. So the first hitter up, Pete Ross, in that first game he went 1 for 3, he had an RBI, batting .385 as he steps in there. Redfield 5-1 to this point in the season. And on the mound is Braden Althoff for his second inning work. The left-hander comes to the plate. And I would suspect that Keaton would love to have that swing back. Breaking pitch, and he was way ahead of it. To the plate. Another breaking pitch at the letters for a called strike. So a swinging strike and then a called strike. 10 pitches thrown for Althoff in the first inning. Got 3 up and 3 down. And we're in the top of the second. Whistles this one a little too high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Althoff set to go from the left side. The right-hander swung and misses. And that would be the first strikeout in the ball game for Althoff. Infield for Groton, Abelin at third base, Cogley at short, Simon at second, and Larson, that would be Tate, is at first base, and behind the plate is Henry, on the mound, Brandon Althoff. First pitch is a called strike to Easton Miller. Miller in the first game went 2 for 3. That was a 10-0 win.
Set to go here. Breaking pitch drops down and in. Bright sunlight makes it a little bit of a challenge to see the scoreboard. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the second inning, nothing across for anybody. To the plate, hit, dips down, left field, base hit. And that will be the first base hit for Redfield here in the second game. It's only going to go 5 innings, I am told. So Miller, out of the right field defensive position for Redfield, is on base with only 1 out. And that will bring up Eric Solomon. Eric in his standard third base position. From the right side against the left-hander Althoff. Decent lead at first base, takes a second look over there and then comes back. Coming around to bunt, the runner goes on a delayed steal and he is safe at second base. So a stolen base for Easton Miller as he was a little slow to break. Looked like we were trying to work a bunt run possibly, but the bunt attempt missed for a called strike. Pitch bounces and gets past the catcher Kettering, and over to third base will be Miller on a wild pitch. One ball and 1 strike, and runner in scoring position first at second base, and then with the wild pitch now at third. Ablin is holding the runner at third. Now he scoots off the bag just a little bit. Foul at the plate and bounces foul to the third base side, and the count will go 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Nothing across to this point. Althoff taking a long look in. Now it comes to the plate. Foul back and away. Out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The left fielder, Dunker, is relatively deep and left. Checking on the center fielder, that would be Marzon. Fairly shallow in center. This one will hop down towards the shortstop. Boots it and one score. So Cartley having to go hard to his right side on a relatively slowly hit ball, does not come up with it, and will chalk up an error there. Somewhat questionable, even if he'd have come up with it, he'd have had a hard, long throw to get it over to first base for the out, but a run scores. And that one is the first run across for Redfield. And coming up to the plate is Seabright. Seabright from the left side, the left-hander Althoff looks at the first pitch, has the ball. Seabright 1 for 1 in that first game. Still struggling at the plate a little bit, 143 on the 6th game of the season here. Next pitch he looks at for a called strike right at the knees. Seabright at first base, as he usually is. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out with a runner on first base. Pitch to the plate, high. Runner goes, throw down to second base, and safe. The pitch, or rather the throw from the catcher Kettering, came in on a hop, and when it hopped, it went up a little bit high, and that gave the opportunity for Solomon to dive in underneath it. And stolen base, the pitch was called a ball because it came in on a short hop, and that made Kettering even more difficult to get the ball to second base. So runner in scoring position, the next pitch is high, and the count will go to 3-1. Solomon at second base after a stolen base with Seth Seabright up there, and Seth has a 3-1 count. Come to the plate, swung on and missed, but the ball gets through. It was not tipped, and that will send Solomon over to third base, and the count will be full to Seabright. Sixth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Call that one a pass ball. So 1 run in, 1 out, and a runner on third with Seabright from the left side against the left-hander Althoff. Third baseman Ablin, guarding at the bag. And now the pitcher, Althoff, steps off. And Solomon will retreat back to the bag. 3-2 count on Seth Seabright. Left-handed hitter, left side of the infield, kind of halfway back. And of course the third baseman, Ablin, this one's swung on and hit just over the outstretched glove of Cole Simon for a base hit and an RBI for Seth Seabright. That will send Eric Solomon home with the RBI single. So on an error, then he steals second base, gets to third on a pass ball, and comes home on the RBI single by Seabright. And that will bring up Morissette. Pitch to him inside for a ball. Kind of squirts away from Kettering, but not far enough away to be able to create any advance or problem in any regard. Elijah in that first game was 1-for-1. Decent leadoff of first base. Next pitch is high for a ball, and it'll go 2 balls and no strikes on Morissette. Morissette behind the plate for the second game. That's always a challenge for a catcher to do 2 games in a doubleheader from behind the plate. But not a lot of opportunities. This one right at the letters for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike. 2 across here for Redfield in the top of the second inning. We have only 1 out here and a runner on first base. Runner goes. Morissette swings and misses. The throw goes into center field. And here comes Seabright. The play at third base. Seabright down and he's in there safe. So a stolen base for Seabright, going over to second base, and then the throw into center field will be an error towards the catcher. And a runner is on third with 1 out. And the count is now 2-2 as Morissette, trying to save his runner, golfed at a ball that was in the dirt. This time he golfs at another one. This time hits it foul to the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 in, top of the second, 1 out. Morissette is on third. Check that, Seabright is on third. Morissette at the plate. The Redfield catcher looks at the next pitch. Likes that low pitch, golfed at it again, and hit it foul. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ten pitches in a 3-up, 3-down first inning for Althoff, but he's quite a few more, probably double that now. Another one golfed that, lifted shallow right field, coming in on it and grabbing his right fielder. The Seabright goes to the plate and beats the relay in, and another run is across. And for Morissette, it's going to be a sac fly to the right fielder, and a run batted in, and that run batted in was Seabright. 3 across here in the top of the second inning. Have a couple of outs. And Gall is up to that. Looks at the first pitch, that's a called strike. Nolan out in left field, which is where he normally is. And on the day, he's 2 for 3. Third baseman, Abram, sneaking in, reaching down and just poking it into center field. A nice at-bat for Nolan Gall and a base hit. Third base hit of the inning and of the game as well. 3 runs across, a couple of outs. And we will go to Kevin Weller. Weller, the extra hitter in the ball game today. In American Legion, you can have as many as 11. but he is the 10th man. He is 1 for 3, 333. To the plate. Ball strike right at the knees. Kevin does not have a defensive position. As with the extra hitter, we only have 9 on the defensive side. Runner goes. Header didn't have a prayer because the ball was down in the dirt and stealing the base easily. We'll send Gall over to second base, so another runner in scoring position and another stolen base for Redfield. Pitch misses and we go 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch on the way. Whacked out towards the first baseman. Does a fine job, Tate Larson does, to get it over there. And a good cover by Althoff, and that will create the 3-1 third out here in the second inning. But for Redfield, they put 3 across, and after 1.5 innings of play, it is Redfield 3 and Groton coming up. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
So 3 runs in the top of the third inning for Redfield. Gets them off the yard here. It will be in the bottom of the second inning for Groton. And for Groton, 39, they will send up 4, 5, and 6 as they went out 1, 2, 3. Tate Larson, first base, swinging foul strike. Tate did a fine job going forward to his right side.
First pitch swinging and fouls it off is Tate Larson, the first baseman. Larson played right field his first time up, or the first game rather. So at first base did a fine job recording that last out of the inning. Curveball swinging there by
Here we go, 12.
Camden Osborne on the mound for Redfield. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just starting the second inning, bottom of the second. Another curveball, and way out front of it is Tate Larson, takes the swinging strike, and it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anyway, Larson ranged far to his right side to get that ball, and then in combination, whoops, hit him in the head. A slow pitch, so Mom, don't be worried if Mom isn't here listening on the other side of things. It was a curveball, and just kind of bopped him on top of the helmet. Just fine going down to first base. So the first base runner on here for Groton in the bottom of the second inning. And the next hitter after Larson will be Ablin playing third base. First pitch to Ablin is a strike. Nice lead by Larson at first base, and going over there is Camden saying, hey, I'm aware that you are there, so don't take any liberties.
Got room.
Next pitch, inside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Green, 30.
Ablin is playing at third base. He was the starting pitcher in that first game, was relieved by Dunker, And once again, Larson with a relatively decent lead stays there. The pitch, delayed steal down to second base is safe. The ball was overthrown over Owen's head, but Peyton Osborne did a fine job of backing it up, and there's no additional advance. So a delayed steal to second base. The pitch was high for a ball, and we've got we've got 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch, swung on, hit down towards shortstop. Peyton Osborne tries to get him a third. That was his only play, as Peyton did a fine job cutting that ball off from going into the outfield, and his only prayer was at third base, but Tate Larson hustled in and got there ahead of the throw, and that will put runners on first and third and nobody out here in the second inning. Sixth batter of the lineup now is the left fielder, Dunker. Colby up there. First and third, nobody out. A substantial lead at first base for Cleveland. And driving him back is Camden Osborne, the pitcher today for Redfield in the second game of this doubleheader. And then Redfield won 10-0 in the first.
Runner goes to second. The throw is down and he's cut off. And Owen Osborne drops it. And the run will score. So a double steal as Abelin took off and went to second base with Colby up at the bat. Check that out. Dunker up at the bat, number 11. The pitch was a strike. So one scores and a runner on second base. Next pitch misses and the count goes to 1-1. So basically a stolen base of home. And going to third. Ball goes through to the backstop. And that will be a wild pitch. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter, Dunker. The left fielder, big long out of the home. The throw is out of the home.
You can't block it. You cannot block it. You know that play. No, the ball is way over here. He cannot put his knee down and block it.
Well, there's an argument about whether the home plate was blocked by Morissette. Umpire still calls him out. Now they're going to go out and have a discussion with the third base, or rather the base umpire. So we'll see whether the run counts or not. In any regard, Dunker is on first base with a fielder's choice. 1-1 is in. The ball rather slowly hit to the third baseman, Eric Solomon. And now there's a discussion whether, and they are going to say that Morissette did block the plate. And the run will count. No out recorded at the plate, so we have nobody out here, and Dunker is on first base on a fielder's choice, and that will bring up the 7th hitter in the lineup, Jackson Conley, the shortstop. So the ruling was that the catcher for Redfield blocked the plate. Now you can't block it until you have the ball. That's the current rule. Used to be that you could stand there and create a Berlin Wall, if you will. But that has been changed because there were so many injuries at home plate on not only the major league level, where that rule was instituted originally, but at all levels of baseball. The first pitch to Cogley, who is at shortstop this time out, is in the dirt, nicely blocked by Morissette, and no advance of the runner. One ball and no strikes hit between third and short and into left field, and that will allow the runner only going to second base as Cogley gets a base hit. And that is the second base hit of the inning. Tate Larson started the inning for Groton by being hit by a pitch. A base hit by Ablin, a fielder's choice for Dunker, who now moves over to second base. And a base hit by Jackson Cogley, and runners on first and second, and nobody out here in the second inning. Nice job by Morissette. He blocks it and holds everybody off. Now nobody at second base, and the runner will go to second. So a little confusion defensively for Redfield. With the 8-hitter up, that is Nels. Evan Nails is up at the bat. The ball is down low, and a little conference at the mound here, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is KQKD 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Well, Nels up there puts down a bunt, and you look at third, and they've got the runner off there. The throw to home, Morissette tags him out. They go to third, high throw, and he drives in there safely. So lots of action with the steal, rather the suicide squeeze. So going to first base is Nails. Jackson Cogley came all the way around to third and was out on the rundown. So we have a couple of outs here. Check that, only one out in the inning because the out at home base was ruled a blockage of the base, and going to second base, as right now Redfield has lost their concentration. The runner just took off from first base and went to second. The batter up there is number 13, and this is Douglas Heminger.
Swing it like you mean it, bud. Come on, Doug.
The pitch for him, to him, is a strike. Next pitch, he reaches out, lunges at the ball, just fouls it back to the screen, and the count goes to 0-2. Three runs in here in the swung on and missed for a strike. That would be the first out of the inning.
Green, 65.
How many runs are across for you guys?
Two runs across for Groton here in the inning. An out at home. Runner on third base now. Dumped into center field for a base hit. And the base hit turned in by Andrew Marchand.
Yellow, 62.
Marzan with the base hit and an RBI. And we go to the top of the order, Pierce Kettering, who popped out to shortstop his first time at bat.
Up here.
Osborne set, runner goes from third, throw down to second base, is cut off by Owen Osborne, and a successful steal at second base. Evan Nails is at third.
Come on, Fiver, let's go.
And now at second base is Marzan. Next pitch fouled off to the right side.
Double hands, right? Double hands.
And we'll go to 1 ball and 1 strike. All tied up at 3-3 in the bottom of the second inning. As Redfield got 3 in the top. And now Groton has come back with 3 in the bottom. Next pitch, Osborne lifted to left field and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out the set. Camden Osborne comes to the plate and gets him. So that'll load him up.
Way to wear it! Blue 34.
Marzon is over at second base. At third base is Nails. This one hit ground ball down to Salvo throws it over to first and gets him just by a hair. And that was Simon getting the third out of the inning, but not before 3 runs came across and were all tied up after 2 full innings of play, 3-3. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student.
Well, rough inning for Redfield as they cough up
3 runs, and quite frankly, they seemed a bit confused during the inning there and had some problems with the plays that they were trying to run. But all of that aside, it's all tied up at 3-3 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. For Redfield here in the top of the 3rd, did I say 4th? I apologize. 3rd inning is where we are, top of the 3rd. All tied up at 3-3. And for Redfield, we'll go to the top of the order. Camden Osborne, followed by Owen and Hayden. Camden flew out to left field his first time up. As in that inning, 23 pitches. After getting 3 up and 3 down in the first inning for 10 pitches, so he's at 33 already. And on the other side of the field, Brandon Althoff got 32 pitches in his 10-pitch first inning, 32 in the second, so he's 42 on the game right now. And the first pitch, breaking pitch, is a called strike to Camden Osborne. Camden 0 for 1 in this game. Was 1 for 3 in the first game, a victory 10-0 in favor of Redfield. And the 0-1 pitch on the way dips down a little bit low, and it goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Kind of a wild and crazy second inning, as someone else is out there warming up and wrapped hard into center field, actually to right center, but hustling over there to get on the ball for the Groton 39ers is Marzon. So Marzon hustles over there and keeps the ball from going for a double. So first inning, first up hitter on first base, and that's Camden Osborne. That base hit is only the 4th in the game. Osborne with a substantial lead goes back, started to go to second, and just barely lunges back into first base and safe. So they almost had him hanging, taking a little bit of an early step on his way off to second base. Seth Seabright is warming up in the bullpen for Redfield. To the plate, kind of an excuse-me swing, fouls it off to the backstop, and Owen Osborne is behind 0-1. Long look at first base with Camden with a decent lead. A second look back there. Camden goes, swung on to hit 1, and it's going to be caught in center field by Marzon, and hustling back to first base after the hit 1 goes Camden Osborne. The throw to first base is offline, and Camden goes to second. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth was Camden Osborne, and he finally wound up on second base. And I suspect we have to give an error to the center fielder, although he did a good job of catching the ball and throwing it towards first base, because Camden was really hustling back. All said and done, Camden Osborne is in second, and Owen is out to the center fielder, and that'll bring up Peyton with the runner in scoring position, and our score tied up at 3-3 in the top of the third inning. This was only going 5, by the way. At the knees for Peyton is a called strike. On deck hitter is Keaton Walsh, who struck out his first time up against Althoff. Brady taking a long look now at second base. Now back to the plate, comes to the plate, bounces one. Nice job by Kennery keeping the ball in front of him and keeping Camden Osborne at second base. So many different ways you can score with less than 2 outs when you are on third base rather than second. So a good job by Kennery to hold the runner there on the ball that was bounced in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch to the plate, out and away. Kennery had to kind of dive for it, and the count will go to 2 balls and a strike. Camden being held on at second base by Cole Simon, and that's the responsibility of the second baseman when you have a right-handed hitter. Stays a rather elongated period of time there as Althoff looks back, and a big sweeping curve does not find the plate, and the count goes to 3-1. Peyton in the first game 1 for 2. Standing up there with a runner on second and 1 out, the top of the third inning. The pitch, fouled off to the right side, 3-2 will be the count. No force for Camden to take off from second as first base is open. Peyton Osborne 3-2 with Keaton Walsh, the on-deck hitter. Again, a long look in by Althoff. Looks back at second, comes to the plate, outside for a ball. Actually, no harm on that when you really come right down to it, because it does set up a double play possibility, or even if the third baseman, Adlin, has to dive for a ball, he can still scramble and get to third base and get a force out there. So not a horrible thing for a walk there, and it is only the first walk of the ball game given up by Althoff. First and third are in on the grass, and Althoff steps off and feigns back Camden to second base. Rolfe struck out his first time at bat against Althoff. That was in the leadoff position of the second inning, an inning that Redfield scored 3. High pitch, slapped foul by Rolfe, and the count will go 0-1. Redfield with 3 runs on 3 hits, actually now a 4th hit, with Camden leading off the inning. And that's a set. Long look back at second to the plate. Swung on, hit between third and short, and the shortstop hustles over there. Toddley grabs the ball to keep it from going into the outfield, but he's got absolutely no play, and the bases are loaded. So that will send Camden Osborne over to third base. Peyton Osborne will go to second, and Keaton Walsh will be at first base with a base hit, and that will bring up Easton Miller. Miller got a base hit and came around to score the first run for Redfield in the second inning. Bases are jammed. We have 1 out here in the top of the third, and the right fielder for Redfield up at the bat. Pitch to him on the knees for a called strike. Body language tells me that he didn't particularly agree with it, but it's not his to agree with. 2 for 3 was Easton Miller in the first game, that 10-0 win for Redfield. But they got off to a great start here, but put themselves right back on the ropes by giving up 3 in the bottom of the second. We're not at 3. Down low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hold on.
We don't have a view of the bullpen here at the ballpark, so I'm not sure what the story is out there when they have somebody warming up. Next pitch is a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. The first baseman, Tate Larson, is on the grass. The shorts check that the third baseman, Abelin, is on the grass, and they're looking for a double play. Trying to cut off the run at home. High fly ball, right center field. Drifting over is the center fielder, Marzon, and the run will score on the sacrifice fly. Rolfs decided not to try to second base because he would have been a dead duck because the center fielder, Marzon, had his eye on there. But the run does score on a sacrifice fly ball to center field, actually right center field. That's the second out of the inning. Peyton Osborne did move over to third base, and 1 run in, and Redfield back up on top 4-3.
Stay in the hole, Jack, your bag.
Nice leadoff off of first base. Throw to the plate, down and away for a ball. So Eric Solomon, who got on an error in the second inning, came around to score after stealing a base, moving forward on a pass ball, and coming home on Seth Seabright's RBI single. 1 ball count on Solomon. Going to first base, he's picked off, but they're going to get the out, back and forth. The run scores, and the run down results in an out. So I'm pretty sure that the run scored because it was down and in before the out was recorded at second base, but we'll double check that. End of the inning on the rundown, and right now it looks like Redfield leading it by a score of 5-3. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
And our score after 2.5 innings of play, Redfield 5, Groton 3. Looking at Groton, they bring up 2, 4, and 5. That will be all top Tate Larson and Dylan Ablin, or Ablin rather.
Nineteen pitches in the inning for Althoff, total of 61 on the game, and he gave up 2 base hits in that inning for 5 on the game, and still out on the mound for Redfield will be Camden Osborne, as his team has staked him to a 5-3 lead. Osborne had a wonderful first inning, 3 up and 3 down, but then ran into great difficulty in the second inning that was started off by hitting a batter, then giving up a base hit, and that kind of started the ball rolling. Batter in there is Braden Althoff, who is on the mound. He grounded out to Peyton Osborne at shortstop in the first inning. This one hit sharply between third and short and into left field for a base hit. So a base hit will start things off here.
Red 48.
Tate Larson will be the hitter. He got hit by a batter, and that's hit by a pitch rather, and that started things off in the second inning and paved the way for Groton to get 3. And we're going to have a little conference at the mound. Looks like we might get a switch in pitchers, and we'll be back in 1 minute. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
No time in going to the mound and taking the ball from Camden Osborne. He'll go out to shortstop now and putting up Seth Seabright. Seth will be up there for the batter Tate Larson. That'll be the fourth man of the lineup. And then seeing Dylan Ablin, who plays third base. As warm-up pitches are just about to conclude here, Peyton Osborne moves over to first base. Seth, of course, was over there originally, but now he's up on the mound. Owen Osborne will remain at second base. Easton Miller is in his spot in right field. And the center fielder will be and continue to be Keaton Rolfs, who got the win in the first game, 10-0. So this game is only going to go 5 innings, and we are in the bottom of the third inning. And the first pitch misses for Tate Larson. Next one, swung on a high fastball, and the count goes to 1-1. Althoff is over at first base. Surprisingly, they don't have a runner for him. Seabright to the mound, pitch. Diving for it, Rolfs can't come up with it. And heading around to third base and diving into second base for Tate Larson. So nobody out here, and runners at second and third on the base hit. Actually a double to left center field by Tate Larson. So Seabright, the first man he faces, gives up a double. Second and third. The runner on third is credited to Camden Osborne. The runner at second to Seabright. And the first pitch to Ablin, the third baseman, is a called strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning, with Redfield leading by a score of 5-3. They got 3 in the first, or check that, 3 in the second inning and 2 in the third inning to get their 5. Groton counted with 3 in the bottom of the second inning. And the second pitch to Ablin is a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Morissette did a good job of keeping the ball in front of him, so no advance of the runners. On third base is Althoff, the ball to Osborne. Osborne goes to first, looked the runner back to third base, and the throw from Camden Osborne at shortstop to first base gets the first out, and no advance of the runners. So Camden Osborne at short, first base is held down by Peyton Osborne, and Seth Seabright is on the mound with Colby Dunker, the left fielder, coming up to the bat, and the first pitch misses for a ball. Dunker got on a fielder's choice and came around to score the third run of the inning. This one laced to center field, and getting over and grabbing the ball is Keaton Rolfs to throw all the way home, and no advance of the runner. A line drive shot to Rolfs in center field for the second out of the inning, and once again, despite the contact with the ball, no advance by the runners.
So the leadoff hitter got on for Groton. That was Althoff. And then a double by Larson got runners on second and third. Ablin grounded out, and Dunker lined out, and there was no advance at either time. A first pitch to Cogley is a ball. Cogley is the seventh hitter in the lineup, and last time up he got a base hit. Seabright with a pitch outside for a ball. First base is open. You certainly don't want to give in to the hitter. Seabright up on the mound with the full windup, comes to the plate. Strike at the letters. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tying run is out at second base. Go ahead run just fouled one off to the right side, and the count will remain 2-2. Next pitch, high away, and the count will go full. Once again, you don't want to give in to a hitter with a 3-2 count with first base open. Next pitch fouled off to the right side, so we'll go to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Count remains 3-2. Altoff by way of a base hit and going around to third base with Tate Larson's double. And then Larson at second. The shot down to past Peyton Osborne, and the runners will move up, go down, and that will be 2-run scoring. A base hit and an RBI will be recorded by Cogley, and that was the base hit that scores Altoff from third base. Larson moved over to third base on the base hit, and then came home as the center fielder, Rolfs, overran the ball and did not come up with it cleanly, as Larson had stopped at third, and Evan Nails will step in there, and the first pitch to him is a called strike. Way ahead of the next one, and we have 0-2 on the batter. Seabright looks over at first base with a rather substantial lead by Cogley. Might be a wise idea to go that way. Comes to the plate, swung on and missed. And that will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Brad 40. Come on, Evan. Come on, bud. Drive it.
1 ball and 2 strikes with Seabright looking at the 8th hitter of the lineup, having given up 3 hits in this inning. Runner goes and swung on and missed for a strikeout. That's the 3rd out of the inning. And we are all tied up after 3 full innings of play, as Groton mirrors what Redfield did in the top of the inning by scoring 2 in the bottom. And after 3 full innings of play, we're tied up at 5-5. This is Redfield Post 92 Baseball KQKD.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
I do, then you do. Nothing is nothing in the first inning, 3-3 in the second, 2-2 in the third inning. And that's how we're tied up at 5-5 after 3 innings of play. Redfield will come up there, and the first batter will be Eric Sullivan. Basically what they did as taking off from first base was Keaton Ross, and as they were busy trying to run him down, Peyton Osborne came down from third and scored just ahead of the out being made between first and second. And that's how Redfield got their second run in that inning. So Salmon, who was up at bat, will come up to lead off here at the top of the fourth. He'll be followed by Seabright and then Morissette. Warm-up still going on here, and they do have a pitching change, I believe, for Groton, and in fact they do. So they are running out Althoff and moving Ryan Grublinghoff, who was a shortstop in the previous game. So a change in pitchers will take place here as number 3 steps in. Ryan on the mound. He played shortstop in that first game. Grubbinghoff still in his warm-ups. Not sure whether they are claiming that there was a injury for Althoff or not, because he seems to be taking quite a few more warm-up pitches than would be normal for just coming into an inning here. So the first batter that he will face will be Eric Salmon. Salmon got on an error, stole second, then went to third on a passed ball with Seth Seabright up there. And then Seabright's base hit brought him home. And that's how they got part or half of their 3 runs in the top of the second inning. An RBI sacrifice fly by Elijah Morissette to the right fielder at that time, which was Larson, I believe. Check and see who is in right field for Groton. Heminger is in right field. So we're finished with our warm-up pitches and about ready to go here in the top of the 4th inning in a game that is only going to go 5 innings, we are told. So Eric stands up there. First pitch to him is a called strike. So a called strike and ready to go here. 0-1. To the plate, swung on and fouled off. Little tough to go from the Webster game, in which none of those pitchers threw much over, 45 miles an hour. Kind of sad there. To coming in here and watching Althoff, who threw pretty well, and then Grubbinghoff throws the ball very well. Strikeout, 3 straight pitches, and that will be the first strikeout for Ryan. And that will send up to the plate Seth Seabright, who is now on the mound for Redfield. Seabright from the left side got an RBI single his last time up. Was 1 for 1 in that first game. Looks at the first pitch high above his bill cap. 1 ball and no strikes. Out the set. Comes to the plate. Misses outside. 2-0. Seabright will be followed by Morissette, who got that sacrifice fly to Heminger in right field. That scored the 3rd run at the inning at top of the 3rd. Groton came right back and got 3 of their own at the bottom of the inning. To the plate. Right down Main Street, called strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Seabright 2 for 11 on the year. Actually, he's 3 for 12 now. He is at 250. Hopper out to the second baseman, throws high to first base, but gathered in by Tate Larson. And that is the second out of the inning, 4-3. And that will bring up Elijah Morissette. He's the 8th hitter in the lineup. Does not have an official at-bat in this particular game, but was 1 for 1 in the first game. And that got his season up to 1 for 7, 143. Elijah behind the plate in both games today. First pitch to him is a called strike. Grubinghoff doing a fine job, not wasting too many pitches. Only gone 2 balls in the 3 batters that he's faced. This one is a 4th one, high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Morissette. Nolan Cole is the on-deck hitter. Nolan has a base hit in this ball game, and in the first game he went 2 for 3, so Nolan having a good day. To the plate, up and in, 2-1. All tied at 5, top of the 4th inning, couple of outs and nobody on for Redfield. Grubinghoff comes to the plate, up and away, 3-1. Probably shouldn't have complimented him on getting so many strikes in. All of a sudden he turns around and puts 3 balls up there. I am a curse. 3-1. Batter is Morissette. Swung on a high fastball and doesn't catch up with it. So 3-2 will be the count, 6th pitch of the at-bat with a couple of outs and nobody on. Third baseman, Ablin, right in the base pass at third base. Everybody else pretty much straight away. Morissette with the look at a 3-2 pitch. He steps out, takes too much time. Morissette called for time and stepped out. The pitch came, but I'm sure that it was not a strike only because he kind of hesitated when he saw the umpire step out and call time. So we're back at it again, 3-2 the count. Couple of outs here in the top of the 4th. Skies have really cleared up here nicely. We had a lot of clouds during the end of the first game and the beginning of the second. Swung on a high fastball and 2 strikeouts in the inning. So that will give Groton an opportunity to come up here and break that 5-5 tie in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Seth Seabright on the mound for his second inning of work here. And Groton will be sending up 9-10 and then to the top of the order. Herringer will be the hitter. He struck out the first time up. Marzon is the next batter up, and he got an RBI single. And then to the top of the order, Pierce Kettering, who is 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch his second time up after popping out to the shortstop at that time, Peyton Osborne. At this time, Salmon is at third, Camden is at short, Owen at second, and Peyton is at first, with Seth Seabright moving over to the mound. Behind the plate, Morissette, as he has been all along, and then left, center, and right is Gall, Rolfs, and Easton Miller. Pitch inside for a ball. First pitch ball. To the pitch. Inside, bounces away. 2-0. So the dugout beneath us here for Groton is coming alive a little bit, kind of smelling an opportunity to improve their season's record. They were 2-5 coming in, 2-6 after that first game, and the high strike for a 2-ball-and-1-strike count. And the next pitch is a ball. So 3-1. Heminger looking at a 3-1 count. And it's down low for a ball, and that bodes well for Groton, but not so much for Redfield, as getting the leadoff hitter on, especially if it is the ninth hitter in the lineup, is kind of problematic. Andrew Marzon will step in there. He got an RBI single in the second inning, in which Groton answered back with 3 runs in their half of the inning after Redfield had scored 3 in the top of the inning. Seabright to the plate and misses high for a ball. So Seth having a little problem finding the plate, although he did get a strikeout to end the third inning. We are in the bottom of the fourth with the score tied 5-5. To the plate, swung on, high pop-up, foul territory, left side, check that right side, Peyton Osborne hustling over, but it drops between Peyton and Owen in foul territory on the right field side, 1 ball and 1 strike. So we're going to check on the weather here in Groton, South Dakota, and see what we have with the temperature. It's gone up considerably since the first pitch of the first inning. To the plate, misses for a ball, and 2 balls and 1 strike. Out the set, 2-1. To the plate, misses high. So we're going 3-1 for the second time in a row here. At the set, Seabright takes a long look at first base and comes to the plate. Curveball, strike. Oh, wait a minute. They are not calling it, and he did not go after the pitch. So a little confusion between the umpires whether it was a strike or not. They called it a ball. 3-2 the count, and struck out. Runner goes down to second base. The throw to second gets through to center field, but backing it up is Keaton Rolfs, and there's no further advance by Heminger. So a stolen base there, a strikeout at the plate. That is the second strikeout here for Seabright, and we'll have a runner going in to cover for Heminger, and this is Logan Ringenberg. Not exactly sure. I guess you can run for anybody, and that's what they decided to do. First pitch into the top of the order, Pierce Kettering. Kettering, the catcher in this ball game, looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Temperature here now 88 degrees as the skies have cleared out considerably. 0-1. Seabright throws it in there, misses outside for 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner on second base on a stolen base. Got there to first base by way of the walk. This one lifted to right field, shallow right. Easton Miller is over there, and it is shallow enough that he gathers it in for the out. And that will be the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Cole Simon. Simon 0 for 2 flew out to left field. That would be Gall out there, and then grounded out to Eric Salmon in the second inning as the third out of the inning, in which Groton scored 3 runs. Cole Simon from the right side against the left-hander Seabright. To the plate, inside for a ball. All knotted up at 5-5, but a runner for Groton in scoring position here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We're only going 5. To the plate. Just missed down below the knees, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Braden Althoff is the next hitter. He got a base hit and came around to score in the third inning. Seabright backs off the mound and will drive the base runner back to second base. at the set, looks back at second, and comes to the plate. At the letters for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. To the base again, swung on and missed, and it'll be 2-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Strikeout looking and a fly ball to right field, but a runner is on second. Hit left field, fair ball. Coming up fast is Gall. The runner takes a big turn at third and has to drive back into third base as Gall comes up with it quickly and gets it back in. And we have runners on first and third with 2 outs on a base hit by Colt Simon, his first one of this game. Althoff is up there. With a couple of outs, you have a force out at second base. Runners on first and third, couple of outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pressure would be on Morissette to make sure he keeps the ball in. Now they're going to try to buy a run. Throw it over to second. The runner comes home. Throw in, and he's out. Nice job by Owen Osborne to not buy into the rundown between first and second, and that will end the inning. We will be back in 1 minute. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Well, Groton,
we hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And losing an out at home. This time he stayed in front of the plate and swiped his glove back and caught the runner trying to slide in safely at home and got the out. So we stay even at 5-5. Nothing across for Groton in the bottom of the 4th inning. So we go to the top of the 5th. And this will be the last inning. We haven't got word whether the coaches have decided that it'll be 5 only, whether it's a lead or a tie, or whether they'll continue playing. Originally, it was scheduled for a doubleheader, so we're just going to have to sit tight and watch and see what happens. For Redfield here in the top of the 5th inning, it will be Nolan Gall, followed by Kevin Willard, the extra hitter, and then to the top of the order to Camden Osborne. So Gall is up there. He got a base hit, stole second. That was back in the 2nd inning when Redfield scored 3. This is Gall's 2nd time up at bat this time. He saw Althoff in his first at-bat, but now he's looking at Grubbingtoff, who is on the mound now in relief. Third baseman Ablin is way in on the grass, keeping an eye out on whether Gall is going to try to dump one down. First pitch is high and away for a ball to the left-handed hitting Nolan Gall, the left fielder. Gall throws right, but bats left. That gives him an extra step towards first base. Gall feigns a bunt, comes around, swung on and hit with what might have been a bunt if it had stayed foul, but it was a full swing and off the end of the bat. hopping over to get it is Ablin back to the mound, and we will go with a 1-1 count for the bottom of the order for Redfield. At the set, waiting at the plate is Nolan Gall. Pitch, swung on, up through the middle, over to the second baseman. Simon misses the ball and throws it away. Not only that, he bobbled the ball, and so we're going to get on with Gall on an error. So Cole Simon at second base has been almost automatic, as he has gotten a lot of assists throughout the day-to-day. He is very disgusted with himself right now, as kind of standing out there with the glove hanging down to his side, but he'll shake it off and get back into position. And we have Nolan Gall on first base, the leadoff runner for Redfield in the top of the fifth inning. Kevin Weller, who was out on a fine play to the first baseman Tate Larson, as Weller is around to bunt. He has the ball. The ball gets through, and that may take the bunt off, as a passed ball or a wild pitch goes right by the catcher, Kettering, and that will move Gall over to second base, and a 1-ball count on Weller. So we'll see if they go to that once again. And trying to discuss and see what the situation here is here. Well, let's see. It looks like they are calling an interference against Weller. So Weller is out on catcher's interference. Have to say, I didn't see it from up here. He just went around and squared away, but the ball was inside and the catcher couldn't hang on to it. Well, by golly, he's on first base. Not exactly sure what the situation was there, whether he got hit by a pitch or what the story was, or possibly catcher's interference. We'll try to check on that. But anyway, we have runners on first and second and nobody out, and Camden Osborne coming up. Pitch high and away, goes all the way to the backstop. A ball to Osborne, and the runners will move up 90 feet. So another wild pitch will move Gall over to third and Weller to second, and a 1-ball count to Camden Osborne, who has been doing a good job of getting base hits in this game today, and if not a base hit, the bat on the ball. Ablin at third base is on the grass, as is the first baseman Tate Larson. Actually, Larson on the base paths. Second and short, squeezing over to try to keep the ball from going up the middle. Pitch to Camden. Down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. First base is open. We're all tied at 5-5 here in the top of the fifth inning. To the plate, 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. Check that. It goes 3-1. 3-0. I'll get it straight in a second. Have to lean forward to look around a post to be able to see the umpire, and sometimes we don't see him very well. 3 balls and no strikes. First base is open. To the plate. On the outside corner for a called strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Owen Osborne, the on-deck hitter. Camden standing up there. He is 1 for 2 in this ball game and 1 for 3 in the first game. 3-1. Pitch on the way. Hit back up through the middle. 1 run will score. The throw goes to first base and he's safe. Taking a turn is Flea at third base, who was in running. So Osborne legs one out for a base hit and an RBI. And Redfield goes up by a score of 5-6. Owen Osborne, the hitter from the left side. Runners on first and third, and we don't have anybody out here in the top of the fifth inning. To the plate, the runner goes from first base to second, standing up, a stolen base for Camden Osborne. A ball to Owen. Check that, a strike. Runners on second and third. First base open once again. Pitch up and away for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Third baseman, Ablin, on the grass. First baseman, Tate Larson. Well, now he's moved back a step or two out of the base paths. The second baseman, Simon, is on the grass, and the pitch inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. The shortstop, Cogley, is back a little bit from the grass. Now he steps up and moves forward, as obviously they feel the play is going to be to the plate. Pitch swung on and fouled off by Owen, and the count will go to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here on the top of the 5th, and 1 in for Redfield. Everybody back in their set positions. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter, left-hander Owen Osborne, the second baseman for Redfield. To the plate, swung on, foul. Ball was hit fairly sharply, but went foul down the first baseline. Count remains 2-2. Infield is in, which elevates the batter's batting average considerably. To the plate, Osborne fouls it off, and will go to the 7th pitch of the at-bat with the count remaining 2 balls and 2 strikes. The center fielder, Marzan, is pretty short in center field, looking to be able to cut off that second run. The other 2 outfielders, Dunker and Heminger, are back at a regular position. 2-2. Inside will go 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. First base is open, so there's not a force, so the runners won't be off with the pitch here. But there are no outs. 3-2. High and away for a ball, and that will load them up. And we're going to have a little mound conference. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Redfield Post 92 Baseball, KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary.
In the second inning, when Redfield scored their 3 runs, at least there was 1 out before they began to really get things going. And then finally, they got a sacrifice fly out for the second out. And that got the third and final run in that inning. Then a base hit, and then finally a nice play by Tate Larson at first base to head hard to his right and grab the ball before it got into right field, and then squared around and tossed it to the pitcher at that time covering. And that got the out and saved another run, so that might make the difference in the game, as we were all tied up at 5-5 coming into this inning. after a 3-up, 3-down inning turned in the fourth by Grubbinghoff. And he got into a little bit of trouble right away here, although his defense let him down a bit. Nolan Gall got on an error, went to second base and then to third base on consecutive wild pitches. Kevin Weller got up there and was hit by a pitch and went to first base. And then a RBI single by Camden Osborne got 1 run in. He went to second on a stolen base, and then Owen Osborne walked on the 8th pitch of an at-bat. And that's how we are right now with the bases loaded, with Weller at third. At second base is Camden Osborne, who has good speed, and then Owen Osborne, probably equally as swift, is at first base. Peyton Osborne up with the infield in. Peyton walked his last time up and came around to score, and the first pitch to him is inside for a ball. Peyton in that first game was 1 for 2, walked once. Next pitch to him, down and in, and that will be a walk for Osborne. Obviously, in talking, I apparently did not see that they had thrown a pitch or two. My fault on that one completely. Second run comes in, and RBI walk is racked up by Peyton Osborne, and that will bring up Keaton Rolfs. Rolfs with a base hit in the third inning and struck out in the second. First pitch to him is a ball. Next one is up high for another ball. Camden Osborne has moved over to third base on the walk to Peyton. Owen is at second, and the next pitch is a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike. Dunker on the mound, comes to the plate, swung on, fouled off to the right side. And Peyton is Keaton Rolfs is annoyed with himself for having fouled that one off. He thought that one was one he should have caught up with. Ablin at third and Larson at first are both on the infield grass. Actually, all infielders are up. Next pitch, down low, gets through. Camden has a thought but decides not to try it. And our count will go to 3-2. Nobody out in the inning, so the runners will not be going with the pitch. Top of the 5th inning, 2 across for Redfield. At the set is the relief pitcher Dunker, comes to the plate, pops it right back up through the middle. The play to home, safe. Shortstop came up with it and tried to get the out at home and was unable to do so. So that brings in the 3rd run of the inning. An RBI infield hit for Rolfs. Peyton Osborne will go over to second base, and coming around to third will be Owen. First pitch thrown to Easton Miller is a strike. 3 are in the top of the 5th inning. Hit hard, long, deep. Center fielder drifting back for it. Marzon has it, and that will score a sacrifice run. And the 3rd, 4th run of the inning coming up here on a sacrifice fly to center field. And an RBI for Easton Miller. That's only the first out of the inning. Runners on first and second. Peyton Osborne on second. On first base is Keaton Rolfs. And Eric Salmon up to bat. Salmon with his foot at the very back of the batter's box. Dunker to the plate. And it is a called strike. So 3 across here in the 5th inning. As Redfield has an 8-5 lead right now. But of course, Groton will have an opportunity to come to bat in the 5th inning. And in each inning that Redfield has scored, Groton has come back and mirrored the score in the bottom. Going to third. Shot down there. No, he's safe. Oh! The umpire was not in the position to see him. He missed him all the way. But Peyton had to reach back and grab the ball, the bag, as he just barely slid around. So that's the way that goes. First base to third base, we're right on top of the play and can see it here. But unfortunately, shielded on an out, and that is the second out of the inning. High pop up to the right side, and the second baseman Simon gets over there and grabs it for the out, so a pop-up to the second baseman finally ends the inning here, but not before. 4 runs come across for Redfield, and we go to the bottom of the fifth inning with Redfield on top by a score of 9-5. You're listening to Post 92 Baseball on KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
You still sticking to 5 innings, Coach? Bottom of the fifth inning, and this is as far as they're going to go with the doubleheader today. And Groton will be sending up 3, 4, and 5. Althoff, Larson, and Ablin. And between the three, they have 2 base hits and a double, so it's not outside the realm of possibility that they could do the same thing that they've done in each inning, the second and the third. When Redfield scored 3 in the top of the second inning, Groton came back with 3 in the bottom. 2 in the top of the third inning for Redfield, and Groton came back with 2 in the bottom. So 4 in the top of this inning for Groton, check that for Redfield, and they are loud and noisy and ready to go here, trying to get something going in the bottom of the fifth and final inning. Redfield won the first game by a score of 10-0, and first pitch to Althoff. This will be grubbing off. It hits him in the front leg, and he will go down to first base, and this is not something that as a team with a 4-run lead wants to do, is to put the leadoff batter in an inning on. I think it caught him right at or near the kneecap, and he will have a replacement runner. Well, let's see. I guess he's going to stay there for the moment. Still checking on what's going on. The next batter, Tate Larson, taking a lot of time to get into the box, and finally does so, giving Grubbyhoff an opportunity to shake it off. Now, he has a huge lead off of first base, and the first pitch is high and away for a ball to Larson. Larson played right field in the first game, and in this game, he did a fine job at first base, getting the third out in a big inning for Redfield. No. Next pitch is a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. So Seabright trying to hold the line here. Hit the first batter, and the second batter is ahead 2-0. High and away for 3-0. Hopefully, in making my statements about the fact that Groton has come back in every inning to replicate what Redfield did in the top of the inning, and right now looks like a possibility here in the bottom of the fifth to replicate the 4 runs that Redfield got in the top of the inning. Well, he hit the next batter as well, so that's 2 batters in a row that Seabright has hit, and runners are on first and second. And the hitter will come up will be Dylan Ablin. Ablin got a base hit in the second inning in which Groton matched Redfield's 3 runs in the top of that inning. Then he grounded out to shortstop, and that ground out was to Camden Osborne. As they made a switch, Camden was the starting pitcher, and they made a switch in the second batter of the third inning, and so Camden got the out. First pitch is a ball as Seabright has hit the first batter. First pitch ball in the second and third batter he's seen this inning. Next pitch is a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Colby Dunker is the next scheduled hitter. Seabright at the set, comes to the plate. Inside corner once again, so 2 straight good strikes inside part of the plate, and Ablin is behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 on and nobody out for Groton at the bottom of the 5th and final inning in this doubleheader. Seabright to the plate, swung on and fouled off. So we'll go to the 4th pitch of the at-bat. At the set, Seabright looking in, runners at first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. High and away for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, center fielder Rolfs fairly shallow in center, trying to cut off the run if the hit goes to the outfield. This one high, left side. Nolan Gall has a beat on it and catches it despite the fact that Rolfs had run all the way over from his center field spot. Now, generally, you do tell your center fielder to go get anything that he can get, but that ball was directly to Gall, and fortunately, despite the collision, Gall held on to the ball and records the first out of the inning, and there's no advance by the runners. Colby Dunker, who is on the mound now for Groton to finish up the game, is up to bat to try to extend the game. High ball. Second baseman Althoff had quite a lead off of second base. Next pitch, reaching out on the breaking pitch and not finding anything there. Swinging strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. My mistake at first base is Grubbinghoff to the plate, swung on, fouled at the plate, and it'll go 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grubbinghoff got plunked just above the kneecap there and was a little slow getting to first base. So 2 consecutive batters were hit by a pitch by Seabright, and they are currently on first and second. We have 1 out in the bottom of the 5th and final inning. Seabright to the plate. Breaking pitch goes high, and 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seabright at the set, looks back at second, comes to the plate, down and in. Morissette does a fine job keeping that ball in front of him, and a 3-2 count will ensue on the ball. And we have runners on first and second, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning on a 3-2 count. On the batter, Dunker. Next pitch, misses inside, and it's a walk. So 2 hit batsmen and a walk has loaded him up. Grubbinghoff has gone over to third base. Over to second is Tate Larson. And going to have a little conference on the mound, and we will be back in 30 seconds. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons,
Seabright
flowing waterfalls,
continues
and
on the
pristine
mound with the
beauty
bases
makes
loaded and 1 out here. The infield is back except at third and first. And I'm sure the instruction is get the out, don't worry about the run, because they're up by 4 runs. So Seabright trying to get himself out of a jam here in the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch to the batter, Cogley, is a strike. Jackson Cogley has a couple of base hits and an RBI single the last time up. He was forced out at the plate in the second inning. Swung on, high, right center. It's going to get down. That'll score 2. Coming over to cut it off and throw it home. And is close play at home, but safe there. So an RBI single, actually 2. And they have half the lead for Redfield in the bottom of the fifth inning. So Grobinghoff comes in to score, and that sends Larson over to come around and score. So now the score is 9-7, and as they say, a horse of a different color at this time. Still only 1 out, the ball perfectly placed into right center field. The runners had to hesitate just a moment to make sure it was not caught, but it was just out of the reach of both center fielder Rolfs. Throw down to second base. They got him at second base. They were trying to do a delayed steal. Well, let's see. Now they're having a discussion as to whether the ball was caught and out and then dropped the ball because he was taking it out of his glove. The manager for Groton is out there having a discussion about it, and looks like the call is going to stand. They're going to rule that the out was recorded and that the ball was dropped when they tried to transfer the ball from the glove to the hand. So Cogley is out at second base on a throw from the catcher to the second baseman, Owen Osborne. That leaves a second out in the inning. Pitch to Nails. 1 ball and 1 strike. So they tried to work a delayed steal to get the runner down to second base. The next pitch is high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Still with a runner on third base, Dunker. And 2 are in. 9-7 is the score. Seabright still on the mound for Redfield. To the plate. Hit sharply towards the shortstop. Osborne boots it, and it goes into center field. That was Camden. So another run has scored on the error by the shortstop, Camden Osborne, and 3 are across, and it's a 1-run game. 2 are out. Heminger is the batter. He walked his last time up and struck out the time before that. Couple of outs here. To the plate. This one hit down towards first base. Getting the ball is Peyton Osborne. Backhand, nice job for him. And he wins the race to first base, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. And the final score will be 9-8 in favor of Redfield. We'll be back in a minute and a half to wrap it up. This is KQ 1380.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Well, an exciting finish precipitated basically by 2 hit batters and a walk. Also an RBI single, an error, and Groton did get across 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th and final inning, but it wasn't quite enough as a nice play by Peyton Osborne at first base, going wide to his right and grabbing the ground ball and then winning the foot race to the bag, getting the 3rd and final out of the inning. Redfield on its winning was 9 runs on 5 hits and 1 error, while Groton had 8 runs on 8 hits and they got hurt by 4 errors. So a double win for Redfield. They won the first game 10-0, and the second game the score was 9-8 in favor of Redfield. The next game up for Groton will be coming up when they play on Monday against Webster. That game starting at 5:30, and it will be streamed. Pleasant having you joining us here from Groton, and then checking on the next game for Redfield. It will be at home tomorrow at 5:30, and that game will be against Aberdeen. And then, of course, on Tuesday, Redfield will be traveling to Mobridge for what is being advertised as a doubleheader, as was this one, but both games only going 5 innings. And the second game could have gone more than 5, gone to 7, but the 2 coaches had agreed in advance that it would only go 5 innings. Well, that about does it from Groton, South Dakota, with Redfield picking up a double win. On behalf of our producer-engineer in studio back in Redfield, Ray Dunn, and also our producer-engineer here in Groton, Axel Warrington, this is Alan Scott saying see you on Monday at a home game against Aberdeen. Take care. This is KQ 1380.